So, what's up guys, I'm Hotwood319 and I'm on Xbox Too Much. Today we're going to continue our F1 career mode. Pardon my voice, just so you I've not been feeling well, that's why I've not been streaming a lot lately. But we're going to go for it, we're going to push through and we're going to do Russia in the career mode. We are at round 4, we crashed out of our last race. We was actually running third, about to take second at the time. Vettel had spun ahead of us, didn't see him as we came around the bend and just straight into him, took a wheel off. Vettel still ended up going and finishing 4th in the race, but you know. I am sucking on a Hall Suva. On a Hall's extra strong, should I say, just to try and help FFS and clear my throat and all the rest of that nonsense. So, as we can see, Kimi Raikkonen is leading the championship. We're in 8th place. We do run on 95 AI, which I'm always, as always, will pop in now. There you go. 95 AI, flashbacks are off, simulation damage, strict corner cuttings. That is the way we are running this series. We're going to push straight on. We are at qualifying for race number 4 in Russia. We're holding on to our job at Mercedes at the moment, which was the dream move. That was what we were really after, was that dream move to Mercedes, and we got it. Alright, so as we come in, let's just check engine parts. We want the second most worn parts because it's a qualifying session. So we're set on those. Our gearbox is getting there on wear. It's getting quite high, which is why the next upgrade we get will be gearbox 3. That one will be our next upgrade, the gearbox 3 upgrade. That will be the next one that we pick up, just to give that extra durability on the gearbox. We're focusing on durability to start with. Get it so that the car will actually last us, and you know, we don't have to worry about engine parts, etc., and we can get through a season. Then we're going to start pumping stuff into actually improving the car itself, because you know, we're at Mercedes, we don't need too much improvement. I have improved a couple of the tunes. Oh well, I say improved a couple of the tunes. I have grabbed ulterior versions of a couple of the tunes that I had. Russia being one in particular. So we are now running on a new Russia tune. But it is a better tune than we had. So that's obviously a good thing. We're gonna look to see if we can hit a one-stop during the race. So we're gonna go out on the ultra soft to start. Park frame is on. We are out for the flying lap. Because we don't drive out, we don't drive in. We just hit the flyers. I've been trying to get the camera settled so that we don't get any of the flickering that we were experiencing. Here we go now, starting our first flying lap. Nicely clipping those apexes. All looking good so far, nice and tidy, that's what we want. Oh, no, no, no. Whoa. Return to garage. This is the joys of no rewinds. Made a mistake, started to lose the back end. Take the repairs. You know what? We're going to keep the same set of tyres on. Oh wait, let's see. No, we're going to put a fresh set on. No, yeah, same set, same set. Plenty of time left in the session. Car repairs are done. We can go out again. Like you saw, we got the error there, which caused us to do some damage to the front wing. We've had to nip in, take a pit stop just to, well, I say take a pit stop. We've had to pop into the garage, get a new front wing, get the repairs made, and now we can try again. This new tune that I've got is more stable, but if I run wide on a corner, that's when it likes to go. Oh, come on. Carry on round as if it's still a qualifying lap, and then our next lap is the one we're going to really push on. I've got to complete a lap here. Oh, Vettel, you twat. Now we're going to start going. So we've still not set a lap in this session yet. Hamilton has gone second. We've got around the first couple of corners this time without going off circuit, which is good. I know this isn't my best lap, but at the moment we're just focused on getting through Q1. So, that moves us up into second. That's what we wanted. There we go. That is us now getting through Q1. Just try and run another lap just to get my eye in a little bit more with the circuit. I'm actually going to bail out of this lap. I'm just running it just to... You know what, I'm not bailing out. See if we can get number 1 in the session. And we do. So we managed to put it number 1 in the session with that lap. Now we're going to return to garage. That will do us for the first session. So it took us a couple of laps to actually get a lap in. We got a lap in. We kept out for another one just for the hell of it, and went number 1 in the session. Excuse me. So that's a good sign, because we've not been out doing the Ferraris so far. It's been a struggle. I've nearly finished my hauls, so don't worry about that. Right. Now we're going for the super soft tyre, because now we're thinking race strategy. We're reducing the fuel to bare minimum. No, we're not. No. Doing 3.6, that way we can get 2 flying laps if needed. So if we don't get anything on the first flying lap, we can go for a second. But the hope is that we do this in 1 flying lap and we're over with Q2. We have someone on track ahead of us. One of the Williams. Give them enough gap. That's feeling good so far. Slight bit of kick then, that's going to cost us a little bit of time. Raikkonen's actually gone for the ultra soft tyre again. I thought the Ferraris were going the same strategy as me, but Raikkonen has gone for the ultra soft in Q2. Here we come now to end the lap. So we're only 3/10 behind Raikkonen, who's on the ultra soft. There you go. Vettel has just gone faster still, but that's fine because they're both running the ultra soft tyre. We've done it on the super soft, so we've got the strategy now, which is what we wanted. We've got the strategy over them, and we're not far off the times either. Hamilton goes faster than us, but again, he's on the ultra soft. It looks like we're the only one in the top 10 going for the super soft tyre. So we're the only one looking for that strategy advantage in the race. should be a one-stop race. At which point the Ultrasoft might actually be the better option. Yeah. I may have done this wrong, because if it's a one-stop race, then yeah, I might have been better on the Ultrasoft, to be fair. Right, give us the option now to do 2 laps. Oh. Going straight out on track. This is Q3, this is when it all counts. This is when everything has to come together. Let's have a quick look at the viewer list. On stream. So this is when it all matters, this is when everything has to come together. Oof. And that's what we don't want to happen. So we know what we've got to aim for. We didn't get the wing open, we didn't get the DRS open in time then. Right, we can take 2 laps at this one, don't worry about that. Get the DRS open that time around. Right there with Lewis's time. Provisional pole. The Ferraris haven't been out yet, but we have provisional pole. We're hitting straight for a second lap, and this time we get the DRS open. But we mess up the first corner. Still not had any sign of the Ferraris. Pushing as hard as we can at the end of the lap. We don't see an improvement. So we're going to dive back in. The Ferraris still haven't been out, which is a surprise. But we are currently P1. Currently sat on provisional pole. Oof, there's only Ocon and Verstappen and Grosjean, who's done a bad lap, that have actually been out. Right. Here we go. Let's get out there. We should just have time to get around and start the flying lap. And we're going to see now, because it will show us in the top corner whether we've been outdone. Raikkonen's gone second. Vettel has been the faster man. We've not got time. I've mistimed it. We've not got time. Is Vettel going to beat us? He doesn't. We get pole. Yes. I mistimed that final qualifying run, but we get pole. Get in. Our first pole position of the season.
And Lewis Hamilton.
So we have pole for the first time in the season. That is brilliant. That really is good news. Thank you, Mr. ERL Towley, for the tune. I've grabbed Towley's tune for this one. Give it a shot, and it's worked out. It's put us on pole, which is what we needed. We needed a tune that could do that for us. So, how does Vettel go down as fastest lap when we got pole position? Doesn't, yeah, okay. Fastest lap over all 3 sessions, I suppose.
Hello. I just wanted to pass on.
But we did it when it matters, which was Q3, and we got pole. So, first thing we do now, R&D. Durability, get that gearbox durability increased. Which of course means that the next race in Spain we will have extra durability on the gearbox, which is definitely what we want, because we're already at 46%, and we've only completed 3 of the 6 allocated races. So that gearbox is running low. Now we change engine parts, our lowest wear parts. Make it as fresh as possible for this race around Russia. Whew, right. Let's see if we can replicate what we've just done in qualifying in the race and finish on top. We've got a great position with the fact that we have qualified on pole. And we've got the strategy in our favour, we're hoping. I'm really hoping the super soft onto the ultra soft is going to work in our favour. We definitely get to stay away from the soft tyre.
With that then, let's run.
Either that or we'll do super onto soft just to be nice and easy on the tyres and not have to worry. And they might have to go ultras onto soft and only just make it, which will leave them slower at the end of their stints. But we will see now. Nope, there you go, we've got supers onto ultras. We can technically underfuel the car or stick it bang on. So let's get some additional fuel on board. 4 laps, 2 per stint. 2 additional laps worth per stint. That's what we want. Right, and we will get going. So, race number 4 of the season in Russia. Starting from pole position. Here we go. Off the line, a little bit of wheel spin off the line, but we get away, and we get away fast. That's what we needed. We get a good getaway. And Hamilton's got ahead of Raikkonen. So now we need to just settle into a routine, settle into our race. Just under a second lead over Hamilton at the end of the first lap. What we're looking for here is using the rich mix in order to pull out of DRS. If we can get away from the DRS range before the DRS activates, we know then that he loses that advantage over us. We've already got the advantage of having the softer tyre. We've started on the slightly harder compound. We are staying just ahead of DRS at the moment, but obviously once we lose this rich mix, he's going to start to close that gap. DRS is now enabled. We are just outside of DRS range at the moment. We are going good. The first time using this tune I actually felt a bit of a kick on the back end then. Felt it starting to want to go. Raikkonen will have DRS on Hamilton. Doesn't look like he's close enough to try and make a move on him. Kimi is all over the back of Hamilton though. Don't know where Vettel is. I'd assume he's running fourth, but whoever's in fourth has dropped back from Raikkonen quite considerably. Sainz is out of the race. So we're still on Rich Mix at the moment. We will be keeping with Rich Mix still. Yeah. We get at least another 1 or 2 laps under Rich Mix. We're now up to 2 seconds over Hamilton. Increasing that gap over Hamilton at the moment. But he's doing the great team job of keeping Raikkonen behind him. Raikkonen, of course, current championship leader. I need to sneeze. Oh, bless me. Actually managed to sneeze whilst braking. Not quite sure how I managed that. I managed to sneeze as I hit a braking zone and didn't actually lose any time doing it. Alright, at the end of this straight we're going to be dropping down to standard fuel mix. Give ourselves the lead we needed while Sabre on the ultras. Raikkonen has cleared Hamilton, so Raikkonen is now going to try and show the pace he has to try and close us down, but we have managed to gain a 3-second lead over the first 5 laps. We're on lap 6 at the moment. We're not going to be looking to pit until lap 16, but then we will be going to the end on the ultra soft. Do feel free to comment on the video. Also, if you are watching live, do feel free to comment on stream. Oof. Raikkonen has closed the gap that lap. 2.4 seconds the gap now. Okay. Into the middle section of the race now. This is when concentration can start to waver. See Raikkonen in the background. He is slowly closing the gap, but it is only slow now. It was 2.4 last lap. It's 2.2 at the start of this one. But we do know that, as we can see there, our tyres nice and comfortable. Obviously, being on the ultra soft, Raikkonen's tyres will be starting to go. They'll be at around high 30s, maybe even 40% wear. Again, didn't really lose much time to Raikkonen on that lap. It's 2.2 down to 2.1. We're on lap 9 now. Oof, we just clipped the wall there. That was lucky. That was lucky. No damage reported. That's good. .9 now the gap, so Raikkonen is very slowly gaining on us. Very slowly, but his tyres will be starting to go. Expect him in for a pit in the next couple of laps. Raikkonen is of course doing what he can to close the gap on us. He's going to hope then that with the fact he will have the undercut as he goes onto the super soft tyre, he's going to hope that that will give him enough additional pace to get ahead of us, but then we're going to come out on the ultra soft and he's going to have to try and fight us off. staying out at the minute. Hamilton has pitted. So Hamilton now has had enough of those ultra softs, so the Ferrari is being good with its tyres. I have noticed that throughout the season so far, that they do tend to go long on the softer tyre. Raikkonen has pitted. Now is when it all counts. Raikkonen's going to come out and he's going to really nail some lap times. Going to do everything he can to try and close the gap. We've got 4 more laps before pitting. 4 or 5 laps. So now I really have to push. Oh, that's not what I need. Hamilton goes and sets a new fastest lap. That's an indicator of what the super soft tyre is capable of at this point in the race. And that's what Raikkonen's going to be using to try and close the gap before my pit. What we want to keep an eye on is in that bottom right, the pit now rejoined position. As you can see, lap 16 is when I'm scheduled for my pit stop. And at the moment, it will get me out in first. I will stay ahead of Raikkonen. But there's a good possibility that will change. If I can get out in first on the Ultrasofts, then I'm laughing. But there's Raikkonen with a new fastest lap. He's doing what he needs to try and close that gap. I'm pushing as hard as I can to try and keep at least some of the gap. That extra fuel will get used as soon as I make my pit stop. No point using it now, because it would give me that little bit extra at the end of this stint. However, the tyres are that badly shot at the moment, there isn't much point. There's the crossover. Raikkonen's now got himself into the position where he will be ahead after the pit stop. See how badly worn the tyres are. Then the first corner cutting warning. Our first track limits warning, should I say. That's such a bad line through there, that's going to cost me time. We'll be pitting at the end of the next lap. Raikkonen stuck behind a back marker at the moment. There you go, he's cleared the back marker now. Box this lap. Now the crew know I'm definitely coming in end of this lap. Gap is 20.6 seconds. I'm going to come out behind Raikkonen. The question is, how far behind? And will I be able to make the ultra soft tyre work for me? With him being on worn super softs, or well, partly worn super softs. Okay, we're in. We flick to lean mix straight away. Into the box. Get those ultras on. 2.8 static. Still on lean mix, but just as we approach the pit limiter. Here comes Raikkonen. We go rich mix. Limiter's off and we're after him. We get out ahead of Hamilton. Now we have to use this rich mix to catch Raikkonen. We've got rich mix and we've got better tyres. We're only 1.8 behind him as well. How quickly we've pulled away from Hamilton. Oh, look at this. Second track limit warning. New lap record. Get the DRS open. Oh, look at that round the outside of him in turn one. What a move. What a move that was to go back into the lead. Swept straight around the outside of him into turn one. instantly with 1.7 seconds ahead of him. Got a couple more laps of Rich Mix and then we go back down to standard. I've just been informed over the radio that Hamilton has a problem and he's slowing down. My focus has been all on the battle with Raikkonen and he just had nothing for us. He just couldn't respond to the strategy. We got out late in the race with the better tyre choice and with some Rich Mix fuel still waiting. We had the excess fuel, so we went to Rich Mix and my god did we make it count. Already we're back to a 3-second lead over Raikkonen. Only 6 laps remaining. Drop back to a standard mix now. We have kept just a little bit of fuel if we need to jump to Rich Mix at any point. If we have an error that means that Raikkonen gets up on us. Alternatively, I am currently on 2 track limit warnings, so if I pick up a third that'll be a 3-second penalty and we may need Rich Mix just to ensure that we've got more than a 3-second lead over Raikkonen. Got near a 4-second lead at the moment, so it's all good. There's been a solid race though. 4.6 second lead over Raikkonen. We're just increasing that lead with every lap now. The tyre advantage is giving us the pace to pull away. It's been a dominant race weekend. We qualified on pole, we finished top in Q1. Obviously Q2 we were using a different tyre, we were using the Supersoft, everyone else was on the Ultras. We were the only driver in the top 10 to go for the Supersoft in Q2 to start the race on them. But then Q3 we get the pole position and then we've come out in the race. And apart from those laps after we pitted onto the Ultrasoft, we've led from start to finish. The overtaking manoeuvre once we were on the Ultras to get back in front of Raikkonen was absolutely quality, if I do say so myself. That was a bad lap. 1.9 slower than my previous best, but we're still 4.5 seconds ahead of Raikkonen, so it's all good. I can smell that first race victory of the season. I can almost taste the champagne. We continue to increase our lead over Raikkonen, just establishing dominance. Showing him what the team knew all along. I was capable of putting on this sort of race weekend. That's the reason they brought me from Red Bull. Red Bull had seen it when I was at Sauber, and they picked me up from Sauber, put me into a better car. I had some really good performances, was getting podiums in the first season. And then at the end of season 1, Mercedes turned around and said, you know what, why don't you come and drive for us, come and be Lewis's teammate. And we haven't looked back. We had a really good race last time out. We just had the issue where Vettel spun when Raikkonen was coming around and passed him. We didn't see Vettel on track and just ploughed into him, lost a wheel. But then we've come here to Russia and we've shown just what we're capable of. Last few laps now, just ticking them off. On lap 25 of 27, Perez is out of the race. It's a late retirement from Sergio Perez. It's a shame for him, reaches lap 25 and then he's out. He's just around the corner from us. We've got yellow flags as we come around this next right-hander. Just pulled off to the side there. So we've got 2 more laps remaining at the end of this one. We've let our lap times drop off, but we're 6 seconds clear of Raikkonen. We start the penultimate lap of the race. Hamilton's dropped back. He's 17 seconds behind us. He is still in third place. Let's hope the problem isn't that severe and that you can keep hold of that third place and finish on the podium with us. Would be nice for the team to get a double podium finish. Completely messed that car up. We picked up the 3-second penalty. So I'm glad that not only do we keep that bit extra fuel, but also really glad that we've increased our lead over Raikkonen to the time that we have done. We're going to turn up to Rich Mix for the final lap, just to ensure that we maintain that gap over Raikkonen. 5.7, we've got a 3-second penalty, makes it a 2.7. We're going to look now to do a final lap on Rich Mix. There's 6.0 for the gap now, giving us a 3-second lead after the penalty. Last couple of corners, the checkered flag is waving. We have our first ever win for Mercedes. There we go. It took us 4 races with Mercedes to pick up our first race victory. We are so happy with that. That is what we've been after the whole time. We get that race win. That is something special for us. That's going to move us on to our next race. That's a great way to go into the race at Spain with another victory. Oh well, with a victory.
So as I say that,
we see now we come out onto the podium. We get the double podium as well. Hamilton is up there in third. Raikkonen is second. Raikkonen gives us a little applause there. Vettel actually finished down in 5th place. And let's have a look. We are now right in 4th. We're only 3 points behind Hamilton, 40 behind Raikkonen. And for the constructors, we're now only 37 behind Ferrari. We've moved up above Red Bull in the constructors. That is brilliant for us. But that is going to do it now for this episode. Please do like if you are. Please do give us a thumbs up. Yeah, do everything you need to do. You know what you need to do. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to us if you're not subscribed. Give it a big thumbs up. But yeah. Do also check out our sponsors, ImmenseGL.com. They run FIFA leagues, they run Division, build guides and help, etc. for Tom Clancy's The Division. They have a number of people that play a number of other games as well. They're looking at getting things up for Rainbow Six Siege. But that is going to be it from me. Until next time, I have been on Xbox Too Much, and I shall see you all later.